something?
Does it end with me being covered in peanut butter again?
Are you serious right now?
That depends. Am I walking into another trap?
Most likely, probably. Do you think you've ever changed my mind in an argument?
No.
Exactly.
But I've accepted that. Marriage isn't about winning. It's about realizing your wife is going to decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving.
No.
Whether you like it or not.
No, I don't do that, okay? But, if somebody wants to, as she should. Welcome to Love You, Shut Up.
Love you. Shut up.
Hey guys, just a quick note before this episode starts. We wanted to let you know that there are some heavy topics that are spoken of. While we tend to keep our podcast light and all that kind of stuff, we never did promise that there wouldn't be topics that would show up that might trigger some people. And while it's not a hard trigger, depending on where you are in your own personal world, some of these topics may make you want to smack us around a bit. So just be aware.
Today's episode, the hills we will die on. Not political, not life-changing. Just those, unnecessary opinions that we refuse to budge on. Everybody has them. Some of ours might make you agree.
And they might be necessary. Might be.
Some may even make you yell at your speakers. And honestly, I hope they do. Okay, so let's get the easy part done first, alright? We have a Facebook group. If you want to join us on Facebook, you can find us easily. Love You, Shut Up the Podcast. Just search for it. You'll recognize the logo in said Facebook group. Summer posted kind of a preview of what we were doing this week.
Well, yeah, because I like to give teasers to people. Also, it helps with engagement, right?
It allows us to reach out and be a part of the community instead of just talking into an empty void. We asked a bunch of different things. We're planting our flags and refusing to back down. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Is cereal a perfectly acceptable dinner? Should Christmas decorations go up before Thanksgiving? Are books always better than the movies?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop there because, you can't steal my hills.
No. Keep reading.
And is wrestling really just growing up men in tiny shorts pretending to fight? I do have some opinions on that. Alright, so let's hit up the comments and see what some people said. Swan, does pineapple belong on pizza? Absolutely not.
But Amanda is saying yes.
Yeah, Amanda's on the pineapple on pizza board.
Mm-hmm.
So Kristen.
Kristen.
Woohoo! Is cereal a perfectly acceptable dinner? I think it's a resounding yes.
Yeah.
From most of the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So it looks like everybody's also kind of on the board about the Christmas decorations. It's more like a 50-50.
No.
Everybody definitely believes books are always better than movies. Except Kristen said the Green Mile is a notable exception. That's a pretty good exception to the rule.
Yeah, it is.
And is wrestling really just grown up men in tiny shorts? I mean, absolutely not. So we also asked on some hills you're willing to die on, and Janelle said that boneless wings are just chicken nuggets.
No. Now listen, okay? Listen. Listen. Nugs, they're called nuggets because they're small, okay? Like the definition, no joke, from Webster, okay? Solid lump. First of all. And the second one is a small, usually round piece of food. So boneless wings are not always small, especially when some boneless wings are actually tenders. So I will argue the fact...
Do they call them boneless wings or do they call them tenders?
It depends where you're at.
That's what
because I've seen it as boneless wings and they're chicken tenders.
Gotcha. So it's a marketing thing. Because they're not in the back deboning chicken wing. And you can't get the best part of the chicken wing. You get a good flat.
But go into the fact that, most of these people, they agree that, yes, it is grown men.
You know what?
For what?
It's just me on my hill right now. And I plan on staying here on my hill as long as I need to be.
You will be alone
That's alright. I can be up here. Watch wrestling all by myself.
forever.
It's Wednesday,
Forever.
right?
It's Wednesday! You know what that means!
We gotta
But
be
some
done
other
in, like,
things they
45
brought up,
minutes.
okay? Backing into parking spaces. Apparently that's a superior way to do things.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
so you can get away if something goes
According
down.
to Swan, yeah. She says when things go awry, you gotta get out.
Right.
Voicemails are annoying. Text me. Yes.
Right?
I will agree with that. Here's one. The toilet paper roll goes over, not under. It is the most annoying thing to try and reach under. If you can just go like this and the toilet paper falls, not an aspect. So yeah, does pineapple go on pizza? Yes. Resounding yes. Is it delicious or a crime? There's a couple of people who think it's a crime, but it's delicious, especially if it has pepperoni. Now, don't put it on the works pizza because it gets lost. So it's kind of pointless, right?
Right.
But don't put it with sausage. Ew, that would be so gross. Cereal for dinner. We've done that plenty of
Yeah, we
times.
do that all the time.
Just because, well, not all the time, not so much
No, I
anymore,
meant
but
like we've done
like
it.
it is acceptable. But I will say, I guess it's how I was raised, right? I didn't have the fun cereals.
Right.
I had, Rice Krispies, Chex,
Right.
and it was always Rice Chex, not anything else.
Right.
I had grape nuts and that kind of stuff. I never had fun
I had
cereals.
Frosted Flakes.
I didn't even have that.
That was the extent of my cereal experience.
Yeah, I didn't have it even.
That's why I like the fun stuff.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and the even the
But see-
frosted mini wheats. I'm on board.
Okay, but see, I will also say if you're having it for dinner, depending on the acceptable hour of dinner, right? I would not look at Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I'm not gonna eat 3 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch for dinner. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying too is you were out late or whatever, and you're just like, I just want cereal for dinner. I don't want to even fart with anything else, right?
Right.
Like, I would not choose at 8 o'clock at night to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch unless it was I'm really craving something like cinnamony sweet. And I'm obviously not going to go and bake some.
Right.
It's more dessert.
Right.
I don't know.
I understand what you're
Because
saying.
I'm not I don't have, I'm definitely not a candy person
Yeah.
or anything like that. So I don't go for that kind of stuff. I go more for the cookies or cereal
Yeah.
or that kind of stuff. But the cookies, again, I don't eat store-bought cookies. So if it's not cookies that have been baked, I won't touch them.
What's the point?
Unless they were those Mother's Taffy cookies.
Right.
Don't make any more.
You have to figure it out.
I don't know how to do it because they were just, yeah. Hot dog. Sandwich or not?
Is this the question? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Okay. My question is, how would you define a gyro? What would you define that as?
A wrap.
A wrap? A hot dog is a wrap.
No.
Absolutely.
No, it's not. Because a wrap is made with a thinner type of carby bread. No.
Okay, can we meet in the middle and say it's a taco?
No. No. But I do like a hot dog.
It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
I do like a hot dog, especially if it's a spicy sausage one.
I'll show you my spicy pepperoni.
All right. What are some hills that you would die on? Or shall I go first?
No, you go first.
So we were supposed to pick 5. I didn't necessarily have 5. I had to consult Mr. Webb here. When I was thinking about this episode, I thought, oh, this is going to be so cool. And then my mind went, blur. So I had to get some stuff back on track, I guess I should say. But my first hill, and they're not in any particular order. They're just
hills.
They're just here,
Okay.
But my first one is autism. Yes, it's a hot button topic. Everybody likes to make fun of it. Oh, everybody has a little bit of autism. No, stop saying that. Okay, first of all, no, everybody doesn't have a little bit of autism. First of all, you're either autistic or you aren't. Are you holding more on the spectrum than somebody else? Quite possibly. That's why it is called a spectrum. Okay, because it goes from one end to the other. But also on said spectrum are the other spiciness that make our world amazing. And don't come for me, okay? Because a lot of people will argue, well, what about my kid who will never do this or this or this? It doesn't mean they're any less wonderful, okay? So we're just going to stop with that right there because otherwise we're going to get in a fight. What I specifically will die on a hill is this whole political bullcrappery that's happening and saying that it's due to X, Y, and Z. No, come for me all you want. We had some genetic testing done and talked to a geneticist and went through all of that and simply found out that autism is either genetic and it can be your fourth uncle 2 generations back. Okay, don't play. Because just because it's not your mom and dad doesn't mean that, you didn't have autism in your family. It's either genetic or it happened in utero, period. Period. Okay. We're not discussing vaccine harm, which is very real. We're not talking about the correlations that can happen in different diagnoses regarding different areas of the spectrum. One diagnosis that can happen with ADHD also can show up in a diagnosis of autism. But just because you have autism doesn't mean that you have ADHD. And just because you have ADHD does not mean that you have autism. Okay? I will die on the hill because we got the genetic testing, and after speaking to her and going over everything, because of the insanity that is happening right now with the government and how they're trying to place blame on various different things, they're hurting the community with false stuff. So that is a hill I will fight anybody on.
I'm not following that up with any of mine. Go again. Bring it down a little.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Some of them are going to be serious.
No, I definitely have the serious ones as well. I will take my bigger serious one first too.
Email is like a prison with no walls and no toilet.
We are currently living in the beginning of, actually in the mid, in the tail end of the beginning of a full police state. You are being fully surveilled, and you don't even know it. Anytime you see cameras about, and it's not talking like you go into a business and they have cameras outside to keep track of what's going on in their parking lot. I'm talking about there are companies out there making ways for the police to track you without your knowledge. Having ways of the police can tap your phone without your knowledge. And the police can patrol your neighborhood using a outdated and old and unreliable thing called predictive policing. I'm just going to brush on a couple of things because everybody has seen the cameras on poles, because they're not hardwired in because they have solar panels on them. We're going to call them for the time being flock cameras because that's the company who makes them. There's a couple of other ones, but Flock is the big one. What Flock does is you drive by that particular camera and you have done nothing wrong. That means you're not speeding, you're not doing anything except driving on a public street. It takes a picture of your license plate and it sends it to the cloud where it does all of the information, where it searches your license plate against missing, reported stolen cars, cars with warrants out. And what has currently come about this is 80% of the time, the information that the police force get back, and they're not double checking it, and they're ignoring the checks in place.
So
With
I could drive by and somebody else could also drive by that has a car like mine who might have done something bad, but me, who hasn't done anything, picks up and then they come after me.
And here's the issue. It's not paying attention to the vehicle. It's paying attention to the license plate. And I bring that up because there was a family sitting in a parking lot, minding their own business. It happened to be a parking lot with flock cameras set up, and all of a sudden their car is surrounded by police. The family, the kids, are all dragged at gunpoint out of the car, and the beginnings of the arrest happen because the flock camera flagged the plates on the car as stolen.
What?
The problem is, one, the stolen tags were a different state, and two, the stolen tags were a motorbike. Either, I think it was like not a motorcycle, but like a dirt bike. So one, it wasn't even the correct state, and two, it wasn't even the correct vehicle. Didn't even have the same amount of wheels. And how? It's because there's no checks and balances. There's nobody holding anybody accountable on the state level or on the federal level. But let's talk about the state level, because that's what I'm talking about. State and county level has no checks and balances. Okay? Zero. And I'm going to even make it even more difficult for you because, yes, I mentioned your cell phone. Okay? I mentioned that your cell phone can be scanned without your knowledge, without a warrant. And you're probably going, well, that sounds unconstitutional, because it is. Because here's the thing. If I'm living in a neighborhood, let's say for the sake of argument, somebody down at the end of our road is dealing drugs out of their house or suspected of dealing drugs out of their house. Okay. And the police get a warrant to tap their cell phone. Okay. There's a thing called a cell phone repeater. And basically what the police have, they have the ability to drive through the neighborhood, switch on this repeater, and every cell phone goes, where'd the tower go? Oh, it's there. And it points to the repeater in the van. Now, calls still then get bounced out to the actual tower, but guess what information is taken? Not just the information that the warrant said that they could tap, but all the information coming into that fake tower is there. And you can't do anything about it right then and there because you're driving through a neighborhood. Where does that information go? They sure as hell don't just dump it. Okay? Oh, now, you could argue, well, if you're not doing anything illegal, you have nothing to worry about. Well, we know that's a lie, because there are plenty of people out there on a daily basis that do nothing illegal, and they were shot down for just being in a vehicle, or just being on a sidewalk, or just being Hispanic, or Black, or Native American. This whole, just abide what the police say, and you don't have anything to worry about. Follow the laws, and you don't have anything to worry about.
No.
We know that doesn't work anymore, folks.
No.
Now, the third thing I mentioned was the predictive police. What predictive policing is information is gathered into a little algorithm, and it gives the police information of going, okay, in this particular area, on these particular times of the day, during this part of the year, crime happens to spike in these areas for whatever reason. They use this predictive policing to then drive through neighborhoods with their flock cameras on their car, with their cell phone box. It allows them to do whatever they want to without a warrant. My head hurts now. I didn't want it to be that serious, but it is.
Well, you sure went serious. Okay, so let's break it up a little bit, okay?
And now for something completely different.
All right. Should Christmas decorations go up before Thanksgiving? I used to, right? Remember, I used to do it for my birthday, but I did it because I was trying to make myself happy because it was getting so close to the time of year that my dad passed away. So I tried to make myself happy, but I'll definitely say I kind of stopped when COVID hit because it was just like, okay, I just don't have the want to do it. I mean, I do it for my kids, right? Like when I was super pregnant with Mason, I still put up Christmas for Ireland. But I definitely think by Thanksgiving, you should, because it's like Thanksgiving happens and then
it's Christmas.
Right. So it just turns into the holiday season. Now, as far as lights never coming down, please take your stuff down. Please. Like, what are you doing? I know it's a pain in the butt to like put them up on the roof and all this stuff. And
okay, when is it an acceptable time from the end of Christmas?
I think from the end of Christmas, I would say through Epiphany. You can
Okay.
you can leave it up through Epiphany.
So
For
weird.
those that don't know what Epiphany is, prior Catholic boy, what is Epiphany?
So Epiphany is when the wise man showed up. Wise man? The wise
Try
men.
again.
The three wise men. I don't want to try again.
Oh
I've already
my
done it twice.
gosh. So I think it's acceptable after Epiphany because I feel like that's still the holiday season because we're still celebrating Jesus.
But then on January 7th, you need to be out taking your lights down.
Because then it's going to be
Say the Saturday after the 7th.
Christmas music. Never, never, never. Especially the Mariah Carey. Do not.
What about Wham's? Yeah, Last Christmas.
Nah, good.
What about John Lennon's Do They Know It's Christmas?
No, I'm good. I am not a Christmas carol or Christmas
What
music person.
about
No,
Boston?
what about nothing? As far as decorating traditions, we don't really have one except my punk rock angel. She always has to go there, and I have to tell you a sweet story that Jessie did. My original, and I do say original, my original punk rock angel got ruined. Again, we bring up the mold, but like it ruined everything. I had her since I was 3. And I used to call her the most beautiful thing ever. And, she had seen her years. Hence the reason for the punk rock angel comment because her hair was definitely back in the MySpace days and her blue makeup like Debbie Harry from the 70s. But she was the most beautiful thing to me. And so I lost her and I was devastated. And thanks for eBay. And our travels through eBay for how many years, right? He ended up actually finding that same angel and she looked exactly the same. So snaps for you, Webb. But Webb, fake or real tree?
I don't care.
What?
Really? I liked the real tree when we had it.
I love the real tree, but the pollen doesn't love me.
Right. So,
I
but
hate that too because I love the smell
right.
of a real. Oh man, you walk into the house and you smell a Douglas fir. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. White lights or rainbow?
I think it depends on the theme of the tree.
I think it depends on the vibe too. For me, I love a tree with white lights because I feel like at night when all the lights and you're just
Sitting
in the
light, in
glow.
the dark.
But I absolutely love colored lights on a house because I love the gingerbread look. I guess I'll broach my next hill to die on. My next hill to die on is everybody has heard of love languages, or most people have, I should say. There's acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch. Never. That is not a good one. Receiving gifts and
Quality time.
quality time. There it is. I feel like, and this is why I bring this up, okay, is a big hill for me is people who say I'm sorry. 2 parts, okay? You say you're sorry, especially to your kids, because that matters a huge amount, especially when parents or adults say they're sorry to kids. That's a huge thing. But also, when you say you're sorry and acknowledge the other part of I'm sorry is there are no buts. And that comes down to knowing how to apologize correctly. And what I mean by that is, let's say your love language is quality time, but the person that you're apologizing to, their love language is words of affirmation. That I'm sorry is going to mean the world to them because you're actually acknowledging the hurt, whereas it might not be your love language and you don't see why it matters, but it matters to the person that you have wronged in some way. And it's showing that you take accountability for it, but also make sure to take them into consideration, right? And this goes not even just with romantic relationships. This goes into, jobs, or even it goes big into friendships. Like, you need to make sure when you're cultivating friendships that if you've messed up, just say it. I'm sorry. But don't do it in the way of, I'm sorry, but you don't understand. No, because then you're not saying I'm sorry. Right? You're using whatever. What am I looking for? You're using
that apology as a soft point, as a jump off point to make your argument instead of just being sorry.
Right, exactly. So it, is a big thing that you don't use but. Either you are sorry and you feel some type of remorse. That's not the right word, but some type of, oh man, I messed up.
Right.
And that also goes for adults, but especially parents to children. Because A, not only are you giving them a learning tool, right, to say, hey, oh, I need to make sure I'm saying I'm sorry if I wrong somebody, right? But it's also showing them that adults are fallible. They're not infallible. They are completely able to make mistakes. And it shows them that you own your shit. You can own what you did and say, oh man, I was wrong, right? You don't always, well, I'm the parent and you're the child and I'm always right and you're not. Like, that's not okay. And we've tried really hard with our kids because I feel like that was something that you brought up you were not privy to. I was also not privy, not in my parents, but other adults in my life. It was always just, well, I'm the adult. You have no say. And I feel like it builds better character in your kids. It builds trust and it builds a way to show them that you're being accountable so that they can mimic that good for someone else.
Right.
So I will die on the hill of saying I'm sorry. And there's people that I know who have a hard time saying I'm sorry. Like they can't. So they'll do things to make it up instead. But for me, one of my top love languages is words of affirmation. Like literally own your shit and I'm good. So, which I guess also feeds into my next hill that I didn't realize was a hill until I kind of investigated myself a little. I have a strong need of safety over feelings. Basically, I prioritize people's safety and try to avoid conflict, and I'm willing to be the bad guy if that keeps people safe. Is that a true statement for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And is it a true statement that accountability matters?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have much room for patience for people who like to dodge responsibility or ignore rules. And I'm not like a rule stickler. Like I feel like you can bend them from time to time, but when it really matters, like don't do that. Don't bend the rules. And I like expect exceptions, to things, but I don't always bend if it's harmful.
Right.
And I just, like I said before, I want people to own their actions. I also think the only way a community, okay, and that could be a community that you create and the people that you want to do life with, right?
Uh-huh.
Or a community at large, right? It can only work when people respect each other.
Right.
Period. Rules are not about power, they're about protecting the relationship
Right.
that is cultivated. And so it's like, building that trust matters. And then I also have a thing of being kind. Like, how many times have I tried to teach our kids just be kind? You don't have to like everybody, and that is okay. But there is no room to be unkind.
Right.
Like, you have no room to do that. I believe people deserve respect no matter what. I will say, if someone threatens and repeatedly ignores the expectations, I'm done. All goes out the window. I don't sugarcoat it at all.
Right.
I let you know. And I also hold people in higher regard than convenience because a human matters more than comfort.
And that goes all back to respect.
Well, it does, but what I'm saying is like I am willing to do the harder thing if it benefits somebody else's well-being. Like I will make sure somebody is taken care of. Hence the reason why I do the simple thing of always constantly saying I should have been born Greek. Because I like have a resounding correlation. No, that's the wrong word. But with the mom from my big fat Greek cuisine of always wanting to take care of people. Are you hungry? Do you need something? Like but like protecting people is more important than protecting somebody's feelings. And I feel like that goes really hard in friendships. Like I feel like you either need to cultivate that relationship in friendships or A, it's not going to last. And B,
What?
you're going to show your true colors real quick.
I also think a real friendship has the ability for feelings to be hurt.
Oh, yes.
Because feelings are going to get hurt.
Absolutely.
But as long as it's done in a in a
You can be
respectful
real.
manner.
You can be
you know?
real with someone
Right.
and not with them.
Right.
You can be real and still be kind.
Right.
Like there's ways to do that. And then I had another one and I didn't realize that it was such a pattern. But another hill to die on in friendship is it's not so much about loyalty at all costs, but more about showing up with integrity. So, like, I protect my people. I will hands down fight the world for you if you are real and true with me. If someone's being mistreated, I'll step in. I don't sit and just watch it happen. But if you step out of line, and I say that in the way of not being rude, but step out of line where you go and do something and I didn't ask you to, or you go and do something and you think you're fixing a situation that I didn't ask to be fixed, then that's another problem because now it's causing a problem, right? Instead of making it better. The other thing is like you can be honest without making people uncomfortable.
Right.
Like conflict is going to be uncomfortable, but if you love the person, and a friendship, platonic love,
Right. And if you're gonna go to someone out of love, there's got to be that dual knowledge of I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this to just
and if that person is your friend, they will hear through the whole I'm not saying this to be mean.
right.
Right? Because you'd rather have the hard conversation than a fake surface level friendship.
Right. You'd
Like
rather have
surface level
that.
is so gross. Like
You'd rather have that conversation with that person so you both can grow from it.
right. And grow together.
Right.
Not just this surface level acquaintance. Like
Right.
either you're a friend
Right.
or you're an acquaintance. And there's a hard divide there. Right?
Right.
But also being willing to give a lot, you expect that in return. Like not all the time, right? There's an ebb and flow. There's a season for everything. And sometimes you carry your friends and then they carry you. But at some time in that friendship, it's not, if you see yourself always being the one and nothing ever happens on this side, that's not a friendship at all.
Right.
That is not a friendship ever. And the one-sided friendships, they do not sit well with me. And trust with me, while it's earned, it's not a hard earn because I do tend to trust people easily because I give them that mile before an ounce, basically.
hmm
But one thing about me is it can be easily lost, like very quickly. If you do me wrong, if someone lies to me or manipulates me or repeatedly goes against my boundaries, and my boundaries are very clear in my friendships. Don't go and do something I didn't ask you to do because you put me in a weird spot. Especially like if it's something that I did not ask for outright, right? Like I didn't come to you and go, hey, I don't know what to do about this. And then you
Right.
go and charge battles or think you're charging battle when I'm then now going, wait. Or you go and fake face. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean by that? Like, you pretend to be on my side
Oh yeah.
when obviously you're not.
Right.
You're just trying to cover your butt so that you're not in the fire, right? So that's the boundaries I'm talking about. And I do give a lot of chances. I give a lot of grace, but I don't give endless chances.
Right.
And once I'm done, I will cut you out. And you'll know because I'll just stop talking. And it's not that I'm giving you the silent treatment because the silent treatment is way different than when you stop talking. Silent treatment is you're immature in your emotions and you're choosing that silent treatment to hurt that person.
Right.
Whereas if I stop talking to you and you're not going, hey, they've stopped talking, and it goes unnoticed, I fade. I will fade into the background and that's it. Yeah. So if I had to like say what my friendship motto is I love hard. Right. But actions matter more than words. Like you can say I'm here for you, but if your behavior doesn't back it up, then what's the point?
Right.
And
Right.
so basically don't tell me you're my friend show me you're my friend.
Right.
And like, if you're my friend, I will go to the ends of the earth for you. And that's not in the way of like, oh, well, show me you'll do this stuff and I'll do stuff for you. No, it's not that. It's physically go and, cultivate that relationship and I'll be right there fighting every battle with you.
Right.
Whether you're having just a down day or it's, hey, we need to go
Right.
pour
Bury a
some
body.
sand somewhere.
Yeah. Right.
But like, I also expect the same in return. While I don't fear conflict, I fear the betrayal more. And I've been there too many times.
Right.
And that's why I'm really trying to do better. Like, I can work through disagreements with people, but when people are pretending, I don't do well with them. It's not the hill of loyalty, it's being authentic. Like, come as you are, I will take you as you are. Like, I just want friends that are completely genuine and that are dependable and they're willing to stand beside me when it counts, but I'll do the same for them.
Right.
That was a deeper
Okay.
one. What's a guilty pleasure you have?
I watch wrestling. Everybody knows I watch wrestling. It keeps being brought up, even though Summer makes more wrestling references on this podcast than I have.
Yeah, but there's reasons because it's awful. It's absolutely awful.
It is not.
I
awful.
still maintain grown men in tiny shorts pretending to fight is ridiculous. Period.
It is a Shakespearean
Oh,
theater.
get out of here, Shakespearean theater.
There is
No.
no difference between Macbeth and Macduff's sword fight than Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins main eventing WrestleMania.
I know nothing.
There's no difference between Hamlet's monologue that everybody knows and a wrestling promo. I have rewrote one of the biggest wrestling promos of all time.
Didn't know.
I know my voice just, I had finally hit puberty, I guess. My voice just dropped. The hell is that about?
Trying to channel
Not.
Steve Austin.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I present for the listening audience a bit of hard times. The king, he placed my entire estate upon hard times. He has never been here where we lay. Such be hard times when the weaver sees their purse run empty and his family starves. Such be hard times when the smith has no iron and returns unto his hearth with naught. Such be hard times when a strong back worketh 30 springs and 30 harvests, and they giveth him a watch and a kick in the hinder parts, and proclaim, be gone. Such be hard times. I won't read the whole thing, but my point is no difference between wrestling and theater.
Do you smell what the rock?
Sing along with The Rock is over.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Now, if you're interested, once I get my voice back, I don't know what happened to it. I'm going to do the whole thing. I'll record it and I'll put it up sometime.
All right, Webb. So, what's your next hill?
I believe that if a child has to go to school by law, that child should be able to eat at school, and they nor their parents should have to pay for it.
Well, yeah, if the government has public education, then yes, the government says that they have
I
to go,
don't
then-
care if you can afford to feed your child. That is perfectly okay.
That's the
I
point.
don't believe you should have to feed your child while they are at school. So I'm not just, okay, let's all pay for the poor's food. No, I'm saying let's pay for every child's food.
Right.
Let's take our money back
Well,
from the taxes.
that don't have money on their account still get a cheese sandwich.
No, they shouldn't be put in the position to have an account.
Exactly.
We have
Fix your thoughts.
trillionaires fixing our elections, and children go hungry. That is my hill. School kids from pre-K through high school
It should be included every day
Meals
that
should be
they go to
included.
school. Those 180 days that they say they have to go to school.
They should get food, and
Yeah.
they should not have to pay for it, and their parents should not have to pay for it. That is my fourth.
You're fourth. We're numbering them.
No, just I'm trying to keep track of them in my head.
Oh, okay. What are some things that people make fun of that you secretly love?
I mean, we've already talked about wrestling.
Yeah. Is there anything
Uh,
else?
No, I don't think there's anything that I secretly love that people are like, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't have those
Well, I
concerns.
just ask that on a daily basis.
Right.
Like
There's other things you have to worry about me for. Not my hobbies.
reality TV.
Oh, that's
Yes or
your
no?
thing.
That's not my genre on everything. Certain topics of reality TV.
Okay.
You know that's the difference.
Yeah.
And you do like reality TV because you like Survivor.
We haven't watched Survivor and
Okay, but that's not the point.
Right.
You like Survivor.
okay.
So, yes, you do have a like for some. What harmless thing gets judged way too much? I see the marquee like above your head. Wrestling. Wrestling.
No, I think that we live in a society where people watch wrestling a lot more than it's more mainstream now than it was
Cool.
back then.
Doesn't make
You
it
know?
any less ridiculous.
You need to understand
I don't need to understand anything.
that
That is my
Wrestling-
hill. I don't need to understand.
it's just
I don't need to
Fear.
understand. Okay? I don't need to understand.
Now, good day. I say good day.
Uh-huh. Okay. Go ahead. Books versus Kindle.
if I could afford a new Kindle, I probably would get one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Coffee versus tea.
Coffee.
Oh, see now, I'll say different. It's a 50-50 because while I will choose coffee most of the time, there are times when tea just hits. It hits different.
Right.
Especially like our Scottish breakfast tea, and I love Earl Grey tea.
Tea? Earl Grey, hot.
Of course it's hot. What do you want in it?
Nothing.
Yeah. I think it's a 50-50. Maybe if we were going to be so for real, like maybe an 80-20.
I think you would rather have a tea than a coffee.
No, I would go for iced coffee all the time. But I am conscious of the fact that I won't drink it late
Right.
versus someone who likes to just go, oh yeah, I'll get a nice coffee and then stay up all night staring at the ceiling. Oh, what? Okay. Cats versus dogs. I say 50-50.
Yeah, it's real hard.
Yeah, because it's an animal. Like,
Right.
I mean, you can't, yeah. No, because they're both furry and they're both cute. Beach versus mountains. I mean, like, for me, it's 50-50 because it just depends. Like,
Right. There is a time for both.
yeah. And there's times where I just need to zone out on the water.
Right.
And then there's times where I need to sit in the woods. Like, seriously. And just be. Marvel versus DC. So for me, it's neither because I am not on either side.
I like them both, but I'm more of a Marvel person than a
Okay.
DC person.
I don't know enough about them, like, to know where Superman is,
I'm more than a bird, I'm more than a plane.
where this is, you know. So, yeah. Camping versus hotels.
I haven't been camping
Ever?
in the traditional sense.
Like, tent-wise?
Yeah. Ever.
What is camp for you?
The
like
only
a cabin?
camp that I've done was
NBA camp?
yeah, that
So
was
it was like a
It was cabin.
Yeah. Okay. But it was more like
the-
the Girl Scout camp. It wasn't.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
primitive cabin.
It
It
was
was,
a-
not.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, it definitely didn't have AC. It had, you
Yeah,
know,
so it's a primitive
but
cabin.
yeah. But growing up, we camp in my aunt's RV, like King's Dominion once a year,
Right.
and we camped. That was camping.
Right. Okay. So. Yeah.
But I would rather camp than a hotel.
You would?
I would. I've done my time in hotels.
Okay.
I would rather.
Well, okay.
rather
That's good to know because at the one vacation I was looking at doing. So.
is what?
Camping.
Oh, okay. I'm all for it.
Okay.
I
All
you
right,
know,
good to know. I
cabin
will-
RV. I'll throw myself on the ground. I don't care.
Can you stop? Anyway, you do that on a daily basis.
Whee!
Whatever. Texting versus calling.
Oh, if you call me, I'm not answering the phone.
Okay, and morning versus night.
I'm a night person. I hate the morning. I'm not awake until 9:30, 10 o'clock. I dislike morning people. I dislike people with morning energy.
Okay, cool. Pajamas all day?
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
I could wear my night pants all night or all day long. Don't bother me none.
Not unless you're sick.
If I'm not going nowhere,
Don't care. Okay, are matching socks overrated?
absolutely. The problem is, I notice the difference in my feet when I have knit
They need to match.
when my socks aren't the same.
Match. They need to match. They need to match. They have to match. Yeah, okay. All right. So what else you gotta? What are you gonna slap us with?
I don't even know if that's PG.
Your next hill.
My final hill that I will always die on is Jesus is Lord, and He created all of us, and He loves you despite the type of people we are. That's all. Not a sermon, just a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. People are having flashbacks.
So some of our listeners gave some of their hills, other than the pepperoni pizza and the backing into spaces. That's still weird to me, but people stand on that. They stand on business with that. Some of the things that people said are hills are anything related to child safety. That was one that was big. Kristen gave us anything related to child safety. So, which is perfect because she is an advocate for that.
Right.
Swan gave us not forcing children to have relationships with unhealthy family members.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Right.
Okay, fantastic. Just because they are considered to be blood relation.
Right.
Nope, nope. That holds nothing. You create your own family.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll throw in onto that, to attach onto that, is you should never ever force your children to ever hug, affectionately show, kiss, whatever, another person if they do not feel comfortable doing so. Whether or not Aunt Gertrude is super huggy and physical touch is her love language, if Ireland were to say, no thank you, I love you, but no hugs, that should be respected.
Right. I also believe that if someone goes, hey, you should probably change your outfit because, Uncle so-and-so is coming over.
Oh,
I think Uncle so-and-so should not be in the picture.
Exactly. Banned forever.
We need to stop just accepting people without consequences to your action. You can accept people, but you can also need to be able to call them out.
Yes. Rapid fire, Jesse, you ready?
Ready.
No explanations, unless you absolutely want to afterwards, okay?
Okay.
Pizza.
Pepperoni.
Okay.
Mushroom.
Book.
Yes.
Movie. What's your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie.
You don't?
I don't.
Okay. So your favorite season?
Late spring.
Okay. Best decade?
Between 1998 and 2006.
Okay.
Best 2007. Best 10 years.
Okay.
Right there.
Your best Disney movie.
Lion King.
Okay. Most overrated food.
Okra.
Most underrated book.
I don't have anything for that.
Okay.
All right, your turn.
Okay.
Pizza.
Pepperoni.
Book.
Nope, that's not fair because I cannot give just one singular title.
Okay. Movie.
Labyrinth.
Favorite season.
Spring for planting, but fall for frolicking.
Best decade.
90s.
Best Disney movie.
Little Mermaid.
Most overrated food.
Oysters, they're nasty.
Most underrated book.
Right now I'm saying Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. So here's the thing. None of these opinions actually matter. Well, most of them.
Except mine. Mine are always correct.
Okay, that's adorable.
See? Marriage.
If today's episode proved anything, it's that we can disagree about almost everything and still think about it afterwards.
It's probably a good thing because we still have to decide what's for dinner.
Please don't say cereal.
Say cereal. Love you. Shut up.
Love you, shut up.
Good job, buddy.
I don't know. I definitely farted that out.